Have you ever pulled a freshly washed shirt from the drying rack, taken a deep breath and thought, "Wait, why does this smell worse than before I washed it?" It's a surprisingly common experience. The clothes are clean. The detergent smelled great. The washing machine did its job. Yet somehow, after drying indoors, your laundry ends up with a strange musty, damp, or even slightly sour odor. What makes this mystery even more frustrating is that it doesn't happen every time. Clothes dried outside in the sun often smell fresh and clean, while the same clothes dried indoors can develop an unpleasant scent. So what exactly is going on? Is the detergent to blame? Is your washing machine dirty? Or is something happening during the drying process itself? Today, we're uncovering the science behind why clothes can smell worse when dried indoors, even when they're perfectly clean. Right here, on History of Simple Things. The biggest reason indoor dried clothes develop unpleasant odors comes down to one simple factor: drying speed. When clothes come out of the washing machine, they're still full of moisture. The goal is to remove that moisture as quickly as possible. Outdoors, several natural forces work together to make this happen. Sunlight provides heat, wind increases airflow, and the open environment allows moisture to disperse rapidly. Indoors, however, conditions are often much less favorable. Air may be stagnant, temperatures may be cooler, and humidity levels can be higher. As a result, clothes remain damp for longer periods. This extended dampness creates the perfect environment for certain microorganisms to thrive. Even after washing, tiny numbers of bacteria and fungi can remain on fabric. Most aren't harmful, but when moisture sticks around for hours or even days, these microbes can begin breaking down sweat residues, skin oils, and organic particles trapped in the fabric. During that process, they release compounds that our noses interpret as musty or unpleasant smells. Many people assume that washing clothes eliminates every bacterium. In reality, most household washing machines are designed to clean clothes, not sterilize them. Typical wash cycles use temperatures that are comfortable for fabrics, but not necessarily hot enough to kill all microorganisms. Modern detergents are highly effective at removing dirt, oils, and stains, but small amounts of bacteria can still survive the wash. Normally, this isn't a problem. If clothes dry quickly, those surviving microbes don't have much opportunity to multiply. But when laundry sits damp indoors, especially in poorly ventilated rooms, those remaining microbes suddenly have ideal growing conditions. Researchers studying laundry hygiene have found that some bacteria associated with body odor can survive washing and continue producing odor-causing compounds when moisture remains available. This explains why a shirt can come out of the washer smelling fine but develop a funky odor several hours later while hanging on an indoor rack. Humidity plays a surprisingly important role in laundry odors. Air can only hold a certain amount of water vapor. When indoor air is already humid, moisture evaporates from clothes much more slowly. Think about drying off after a shower. On a dry day, your skin dries quickly. On a humid day, it can feel like you're staying damp forever. Your clothes experience the same thing. When multiple loads of laundry are drying inside a room, they release liters of water into the air. If that moisture isn't removed through ventilation, open windows, fans, or dehumidifiers, the room's humidity rises. The higher the humidity becomes, the slower evaporation occurs. This creates a cycle where clothes stay wet longer, microorganisms remain active for longer, and odors have more time to develop. In apartments, basements, laundry rooms, or homes during rainy seasons, this effect can become especially noticeable. One reason outdoor dried clothes often smell fresher involves something many people overlook: sunlight itself. Sunlight contains ultraviolet or UV radiation. UV light has natural antimicrobial properties and can damage the DNA of many microorganisms. While hanging clothes in the sun doesn't completely sterilize them, it can reduce microbial activity on fabric surfaces. Sunlight also helps speed up evaporation by warming the fabric. Combined with moving air from even a gentle breeze, moisture disappears much faster than it typically would indoors. There's another interesting effect. Outdoor air constantly circulates and carries away evaporated moisture and odor molecules. Indoors, those same odor molecules can linger around the drying area, especially if the room has limited airflow. The result is a triple advantage outdoors: faster drying, lower microbial growth, and continuous removal of odor-causing compounds. While indoor drying often gets the blame, the issue can sometimes begin earlier in the process. Washing machines themselves can harbor bacteria, mold, and detergent residues. Front-loading machines are especially known for developing moisture buildup around door seals if not cleaned regularly. Over time, microorganisms can establish themselves inside the machine and transfer odors to freshly washed clothing. Using too much detergent can also contribute to the problem. Excess detergent doesn't always rinse out completely. Instead, it can leave residues within fabric fibers. These residues provide additional food sources for bacteria during the drying process. Overloading the washing machine can create similar issues. Clothes may not receive adequate rinsing, leaving behind sweat, oils, and detergent. Those leftovers become more noticeable when clothes remain damp for extended periods indoors. In other words, indoor drying may reveal existing laundry problems that fast outdoor drying would have helped hide. The reason clothes sometimes smell worse when dried indoors isn't because they're dirty, it's because drying indoors often slows the removal of moisture. That extra drying time gives naturally occurring microorganisms an opportunity to multiply and produce odor-causing compounds, especially when humidity is high and airflow is limited. Fortunately, the solution is usually simple. Increase ventilation, use a fan, spread clothes farther apart on the drying rack, avoid overloading the washing machine, and clean the washer regularly. Anything that helps clothes dry faster reduces the chances of odors developing, so the next time your freshly washed laundry smells strangely musty, remember, the problem probably isn't the washing, it's what happened afterward while the clothes were waiting to dry. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.